Hello everyone, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway, and I wanted to do a reading as we come into this holiday season now. You don't have to be religious in any way, shape or form to follow some form of celebration, because it actually brings to you a lot of holiday cheer and joy, which is really interesting because the first card that did come through was or is the joy card. It is a time for me, it is a time about being with my family, spending time with my friends. I think given the last 2 years and this year in particular that we have been through, that has tested us on every single level of our being, I look forward to this particular time because it gives focus and joy, absolute joy. So here I am, I'm reading from my Sacred Geometry Healing cards. They are available on my website at www.phoenixgateway.com.au, as well as many stockists worldwide, and they are about to go through a third reprint, which is really, really exciting. And I'm just grateful for all that believe in me and the amazing cards that I have created. So again, putting my experience into this, we are looking at joy and gratitude, absolutely. And the message here for now is we need to create the inner joy. Okay, we need to go within to find it. It's not something that's just going to be found on the external. It has to be found from within. It's about an appreciation of self. It is about a love of self. It's about honoring self. It is about the gratitude that we have, because when we have gratitude, we can go back into our past experiences and we can take everything that we have from that experience and use it on our road to where we are going now. It really is, gratitude is an amazing frequency, because when we work with that, we are coming from a place of appreciation again, love, honoring the self, honoring our experience, and thankful for others who have crossed our paths. And in saying that, I think it's important, I say, for the experience that we're having now, because you all have chosen to be here at this time for a reason, okay? We are here, we are awakening on a very deep level. We are experiencing what it means to choose freedom and sovereignty. And it's about standing our ground, standing in our strength, okay? And when we do that, we're really coming from the depths of the solar plexus, which is also very interesting because here in Australia, Uluru is the solar plexus of the world, but it is also the heart center of this world, okay? So we're actually got both here, but we here in Australia have been pushed to such levels that we have had to really start to see and fight for what it is we want to have in our lives right now. And the Flower of Life came out, and what's so pertinent here is that when I created this deck, so the Flower of Life is all about the gestational period. It can be gestational in the literal sense of pregnancy, but what it is saying is that when these two outer concentric rings dissipate, okay, all the answers will be revealed. And I think we're getting closer and closer and closer to finding out the secrets of what is going on right now. We're going to start seeing some light coming out and giving us truth, okay? It is like an illumination, as so to speak. And this is the foundation card, okay? So at present, we're finding that, you know, our stability, our foundations are feeling a little rocky. But what it's saying is when we surrender, okay, when we let go of that which we cannot control, we actually allow a whole heap of different doorways to open up for us. And this is the netting of the tesseract, the fourth dimensional hypercube, okay? And you can see here the netting here is in 8 cubes. Now these 8 cubes can be placed in 261 different positions. 2 plus 6 plus 1 is also a 9. 9 is really pertinent when we're looking at numerology, but it's also about endings and completion. The same here, okay? 3 plus 6 is a 9, so very, very interesting. And then what we have after that is the 1. So it's about releasing, it's about letting go that which we cannot control to allow other aspects to open up. It's about going, well, how can I do things differently? With this particular card, with the ancient sound frequencies, this is all about the inner knowing, the higher aspect of all knowing, okay? But it's also about creating the frequencies and being at the right frequency and being balanced on every level of your being, okay? Because when we are in balance on all levels, this is when we work at our optimum, okay? So it's really, really important, whether it is that you ingest elixirs that are created with frequencies, which I do sell, or you listen to it as music, which is attainable off YouTube, or maybe it is about, you know, going for a swim in the ocean, or it is about being in the forest within nature and getting in tune too with the circadian rhythms within those aspects. And of course we can do that through really good sleeping as well, which will help maintain the highest of balance and highest of frequencies. For those who don't take melatonin, I recommend it. It can really, really help with that aspect as well and give you a better night's sleep, okay? What we have here is the egg of life. The egg of life, these are the 8 cells in 3 dimension or 13 in 2 dimension. These cells are with us from time of creation, okay, to the time we die. They sit very deep within the perineum and they stay with us, and they hold within them all the knowledge and wisdom that we have taken from eons and eons, and it's held within our cellular structure, okay? So we have what it takes to access that inner knowing and to gain those higher wisdoms. We have to, they're already within us. And the more that we go through this awakening, and this awareness, okay, awareness, which is we're activating our levels of consciousness or awareness, we are going to start being able to access more and more of these codings that sit within our cellular, on a cellular level. And what comes from that, okay? Also, it's a number 3. 1 plus 2 is a 3. We have a few 3s here on the table. Okay, so this is also expansion. We're coming back into 11, which is all about creating the new stability and foundation for our life. But it's the new beginnings on every level. This is about what we're here to do. We're here to plant the seed. We have just gone through the summer or winter solstice. Summer here in particular, where we're really activating that solar plexus and working on those levels of expansion, of standing our ground, of knowing what it is that we truly want to walk, to walk with as we walk the path of our journey, okay? Because life is a journey, not a destination, okay? But we're planting seeds regardless of, whether it is summer, winter. We're always going to be planting these seeds, and they will be the new beginnings, okay? This is the Genesis pattern. And it's knowing that as we do this, as we learn to surrender, okay, we look at the balancing aspect. What we're doing is we're going through a full rebirth, Okay, rebirth is all about snake medicine. It's about transformation, it's transmutation. It is the shedding of the old and bringing in the new. Okay, and again, really pertinent, because when we look at the, if we were to look at the chakras of our world, they are all joined by the snake. And I do believe they say that we are the head of the snake here. So here in Australia, we are really leading the way on what is going on. Okay, but it's not only the transformation on the outer, that outer aspect that we're seeing, it's actually happening within ourselves. Okay, we are changing our coding, and we can do that. Okay, and we can access all that inner knowledge and wisdom that we need. And this is what's the overall message for this reading here, all right? It is all about that new beginnings. This is about the awakening, the Akasha records, the conscious evolution that we're here to go through, okay? Because we all are the wisdom keepers of this world. And you can see I've done it, it's a truncated octahedron, okay? It's the earth heart. And the whales here are joined by the umbilical, all right? They are the wisdom keepers. Their knowledge is within. And what it is saying, because when you draw this card of the deck, you draw another card on top of it. And the big message here is to believe and have faith. You must hold that faith and that belief system, because what you've got to truly remember is what you think is what you put out, okay? It's about knowing from inside, from the heart aspect, okay, that everything is okay. It's about using our intuition, and the intuition, as I say, is the GPS of our soul. When we do that, all right, the message we get on an intuitive level are going to be very different to that lower frequency message that we get when people, through the mainstream media, all right? And if we go into those lower aspects, those lower vibrations, what we're finding is that is where we can activate the anger and the fear that we do, or the shame, for example. And that's when when there isn't that awareness or that consciousness, automatically, okay, got to switch out of that. Have your little bastard moment, as someone used to say to me, a beautiful teacher of mine. But get yourself out of it and lift that frequency back up there. You can do that, as I said, working with the solfeggio frequencies. So such a beautiful message coming through for the holiday season. I thought I'd do this a little bit different, because I did pull the cards and I just thought, oh my God, these are amazing. And I'm going to do it this way because it is so pertinent for now. So I look forward to speaking with you next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Just enjoy being around those that you love. We can bring through a lot of forgiveness at this time as well. And for those in need or around you that it is also a time for sharing, and also knowing that we can help others as best as we can. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will speak to you next week. Bye for now.